Friday Eve. 4 minutes past 10 o'clock. We're already up to 84 degrees. Randy Roberson with you on this Thursday edition of KRIM's Community Spotlight. And with us this morning, as we do once a month, we have the Rim Country Regional Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Brenda Case with us this morning. Durender. And anyway, we could go a lot of different directions. Nonetheless, always good to have you in here with us, Brenda. And now I think that we kind of made just like a brief mention of some possibilities in this direction. I don't know if we did it on the air or off the air last month, but I do know that there's some different changes that are being talked about down at the Chamber of Commerce, and it's important that we look at the hard facts of what's really going on, because anytime there's a change of anything, it seems like the rumor mill can kind of mess things up once in a while. So this is all about the town and the chamber actually kind of working together to operate the Chamber Visitor Center, right?
Well, thank you for getting right to the topic at hand, Randy.
Just like that.
I was trying to ease into that.
Nah, we're going to jump right on it.
Let's just talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
So, what we really want to do is kind of answer factually some of the rumors that are circling, because we don't want people to assume things that aren't necessarily going to happen. So, the rumors are that the chamber is going out of business, or the visitor center is going out of business, or being moved, and we don't know those things. I'm going to tell you absolutely the chamber is not going out of business. I will also say that the visitor center is not going to go out of business. It may be moved, and we may be moved. We don't know that yet. So, this is all based on a contract. We've had a partnership with the town of Payson for over 30 years, and that is to run the visitor center as a part of that building right on 100 West Main Street.
Right.
So for 30 years, we have been in contract with the town of Payson to run that. Because of adverse effects of COVID, and I'm also going to say turnover in leadership at the Chamber of Commerce. When there's turnover in leadership, you always go back 5 steps before you could ever come forward.
Right.
That's just the nature of leadership.
Transitions, yeah.
Right. We were unaware of the costs, the exact costs or specific costs to running the visitor center, and we had been working off a negotiated contract from 2008. Well, prices have gone up since 2008, and we are no longer in a position to absorb any of that outside of the contract because of the negative impact of COVID on our membership.
Sure.
So, we just really needed to get together with the town of Payson and discuss the contract and the options may be available. We were able to meet with Troy Smith. He's the town manager.
Mm-hmm.
As early as I think I created a presentation with 3 possible options in early May. Our contract was due June 30th. We have to renew for the next fiscal year. And the June 24th meeting was what was reported on in our very loved Payson Roundup. And it was presented by a staff member, a town of Payson staff member, and there were lots of questions. So it was tabled, and the 3 options were presented. And those options were just how many hours do you want the visitor center open, because that's what the increase was going to have to be, because we have a part-time person there to help organize the volunteers, etc. And that's all paid for by the town of Payson. Mm-hmm. Needless to say, the council tabled it and wanted more information. I appreciated that. The council can only vote on and make votes according to the information that they're given. So I appreciated the fact that they wanted more information before they made any decisions. The next meeting, which was, the June 24th meeting was the meeting the second meeting. So the first one was earlier in June.
Mm-hmm.
So the second meeting, it was presented again, very thoroughly by Courtney Spahn. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. But there was a fourth option that we weren't aware of that was going to be presented. And so that fourth option, though we had discussed this informally early on in the year with Troy, at that point, we was me, because I was just a team of one at that time.
Right.
Informally had talked about some of the options, just what we could do to try and get around the costs. The fourth option that was presented on the 24th was for the town to take over operations of the visitor center. That's not a bad idea, because if they can't pay the amount of money we need in order to run it, we can't absorb it. They have so many more resources than we do. They just passed a $50 million budget. I know it's shocking, but the chamber doesn't have that.
Yeah, what a shock. And a lot of people may not realize that the town of Payson actually owns the building there, right?
The town of Payson does own the building. Now, the property is owned by the county, and there's all kinds of legal documents and agreements for the conditions of operations and the town of Payson keeping that building. But all of that stuff, fortunately, all of that legalese has been brought to the surface, and it is available on the agenda for tonight's meeting.
Well, tonight's town council meeting.
You can read all the legalese you want and figure out exactly what was decided on in December of 1990.
So if you have insomnia, okay.
Or just a desire to learn how to read
Yeah,
legalese.
there you go.
Needless to say, the town presented a fourth option. The council was very interested in that option. There were some comments made by different council members that kind of started the rumor mill flying later on. And this has not been voted on, though, we have had meetings planning for the transition, so I don't know how that works with the town, but it has not officially been voted on. It'll be voted on tonight at their 4:30 meeting. And we'd like to see the visitor center with more fiscal, financial, human resources. They could stay open 7 days a week, and that's going to better meet the needs of our community and our businesses. That's something the chamber can't do without funding. We just can't. So it's not a bad idea. The problem was, rumors went out that we were closing, that because of some of the comments, maybe moving the visitor center down to Parks, Rec, and Tourism by the lakes. Those were just comments to explore, not this is what's going to happen. And so we did a little catch-up work afterwards to try and help people understand there are a lot of ifs in this, and we are working cooperatively with the town of Payson. We want to do what's best for the community and for local business, and if that means that a partnership needs to be looked at, then a partnership needs to be looked at, because there are no guarantees in business. It's just business. And
And what a rough last year with the COVID thing. I mean, as far as operating the visitor center, I mean, it's been difficult, because that part of it has always been operated, primarily with volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
You had a real reduction in people just wanting to be in there because of the whole COVID thing. And I know that you cut back on hours and people even being able to come into the building. I mean, it's been a crazy year.
It has been, but it's been a crazy year for everybody.
Sure.
COVID caught us all by surprise, and we had to do whatever we had to do.
Right.
The chamber is now in recovery mode, and just like any business, when you're in recovery mode, sometimes you have to make decisions or succumb to decisions made for you to do best with what is offered you, and that's what we want to do. It's been interesting, kind of going in the wake of all of this instead of being able to go up in front of it.
Right.
And but it is what it is, and you can't undo what's been done. So we look forward to future meetings, planning meetings with the town of Payson, to help make this transition go smoothly. That's what we want most of all. We see 1,000 visitors a month up here, sometimes more.
Wow.
And we need to be able to meet those needs for our businesses up here. We're able to direct them and inform them about all of the opportunities available, whether it's tourism related or whether they're looking to relocate and they want a real estate agent. We're able to do a lot of that. We don't want to see that stop. And I don't think the town of Payson does either.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, now, first of all, let's digress a little bit. I mean, we got into the meat of the matter there up front, but the bottom line is, despite all this, you have some new members.
We do have some new members, and I'm excited about that. So I want to welcome Pearl Nutrition. And Pearl Nutrition is brand new. They're from Fountain Hills, and they are looking for someone right here in Payson to run their Payson location. So if you're interested in more information about that, give me a call at the Chamber of Commerce. Randy?
At 474-4515.
Thank you. There you go. We just wanted
Out of
to
the
put him on
recesses
the spot.
of the memory there.
Yeah, we
Fortunately,
wanted-
you've had the same phone number for a few decades. So.
Yeah, we have. But we would love to be able to make connections to someone who may be interested in that. And Pearl Nutrition is like, these are my own words, not theirs, but it's like a nutritional juice bar, tea bar.
Ooh.
So what I said was, is this like Nutrisystem meets Jamba Juice? And they said, no. But anyways, in my head, it was kind of like that. They encourage healthy weight loss and also just healthy living, not if you're interested in weight loss or not. But they really want to put together, they've been very successful down in the valley. They want to bring it up here. And
So it's more than just a retail operation. You could come in and sit down and enjoy some of this stuff.
They want a juice bar, basically.
Very cool.
And I said, I think there's a place for that up here. So we've been talking with them for a while, and they just put in a membership. So we are looking for someone. If you're interested, give me a call. I would love to be the connector there. Also, welcome to Maverick Magazine, which is Aaliyah's first member that she brought on board.
All
so
right.
woohoo! I was very excited about that. We had a little celebration.
Leah Secondari's only been on board for just a few weeks.
A month, almost a month.
Oh, so she's
'Cause
a seasoned veteran.
She's got it now.
Yeah.
She's bringing on members. But anyway, so we're excited about that. Also, Mike Wicks, automotive
Mike.
consultant and diagnostician. He is well known throughout the
You'd be
town.
hard pressed to find a more knowledgeable mechanic than Mike Wicks.
He is my mechanic, so I
Aside
appreciate
from that, he's really a good guy.
So we're grateful that Mike Wicks is jumping on board to support the chamber. And with that said, we are also trying to rebuild our membership now more than ever.
Right.
And so we are running a July reactivation special for any member a former member who has been a member of the Chamber of Commerce and maybe was not able to continue through the COVID crisis that we had, but is in a different place now. We would love to bring you back on board, and we're running a special for 10% off that first year of membership.
Nice.
We'd love to talk to you and bring you back on board. We need you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Local business needs to stick together.
Oh, you got that right.
Mhm.
Now, one of the other things that has always been a significant factor in, I know, our family business, being a member of the chamber in the past, and both my wife and I have served on the board. But one of the big benefits that we always felt we got out of it are some of the networking opportunities and a chance to actually you get away from your business for a little bit and network with other businesses and maybe come up with little win-win solutions to various challenges and stuff. And Chamber does a pretty good job of keeping those opportunities alive.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We work hard to provide opportunities for our members to get together, to share ideas, or to just say, hey, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
And if you need it, I would love to meet those needs. So networking opportunities in July. First of all, of course, our monthly breakfast and luncheon, always the third Tuesday of every month at Matazelle Hotel and Casino in the Fireside Room. We have a breakfast that starts at 8 o'clock and goes until 9:30. We have a luncheon on the same day. It's a mirror presentation. It starts at 11:30 and goes until 1 o'clock. So
That makes it convenient, because sometimes it's easy to break away for an early morning thing, but not necessarily midday. I know, again, when we were in the restaurant business, midday, that's like, no way I'd be able to break away for that.
Right.
But, so this is good. You got a little bit of time for everybody.
And we are hosting on July 20th, we're hosting Fire Chief David Stopp. So who better to have as a guest speaker during our heaviest wildfire season than Fire Chief David
That brings
Stopp.
some
We're
good
excited.
perspective to that whole issue.
Also, our business sponsor for this month's networking event is Courtney Page from the town of Payson Economic Development. And she's going to be presenting an outreach program that they are initiating. And really, I'm going to read this to help build connections and loyalty with local and out-of-town customers. So basically, it's just simple ways that you can involve your customers at no cost to you. And so this month, they're looking at introducing QR codes.
Oh,
And so just to inform and help our businesses that were adversely affected rebuild, and some of our businesses that were positively affected make those connections, whether they're in town, local, or out of town. So I'm kind of excited to see.
And keeping up with technology and stuff like that, it makes a huge difference in businesses' success.
And I will tell you, Courtney Page is a technology wizard. And so it's nice to have her around, because I can call her and say, hey, Courtney, help me out with this, and bam, she's got it. So who better to inform our businesses about some low cost or no cost opportunities that come with technology. So we're excited to have that. Then we have upcoming events.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. September 18th. We are joining, the Chamber of Commerce is joining Friends of Tono National Bridge to bring back Taste at the Bridge.
That was quite an event.
And everyone loves Taste at the Bridge, but we didn't get to have it last year.
Right.
So there's been a skip. We're bringing it back. It is scheduled to happen on September 18th. We are working with that nonprofit to make it happen, and we're excited about that. There will be more details after their next meeting, which is coming up next week. So just look forward to that opportunity. And of course, that's an opportunity for not just chamber members, but any business or any resident to just really get out, network with people, and enjoy the beauty of Tono National Bridge.
That is such an amazing venue for anything, but for that especially. I mean, what a wonderful way to. It's going to be an early evening event.
It will be, and there's going to be a lot of things going on: live music, good food, silent auction, on and on and on. And all those proceeds go towards funding for Tono National Bridge to just keep that a beautiful place here locally that visitors can enjoy.
Boy, it's had such an amazing history going, certainly going back thousands of years, but David Gowan, when he first discovered it and everything, and that out of that family came some of the real patriarchs and matriarchs of RCRCC country.
Absolutely.
So, good stuff.
Historical event.
And it's just an amazing place. A lot of people don't, if you're up underneath the bridge and you look up, there's like a ledge up there. And there used to, a long time ago, there was an old Native American style strapped together ladder where you could climb up on top of that ledge. And
take your life in your own hands.
Basically, yeah. Well, it was the late '70s, early '80s when I was there. So, but anyway, there's a couple of different caves up there that you can go back into. They're really pretty neat. But I look up at that now and think I think I know why they took the ladder down.
Yeah.
Not my idea of a good time, but it's a very neat place to be.
One more thing,
Sure.
October 23rd, we are hosting our flea market style business expo, which is really in place of the big showcase that we used to do. Funding and just a fit to our membership required some changes there. So we did it last year. We're going to do it again, October 23rd, Payson High School parking lot. We're doing it flea market style, and it's an opportunity for networking, showcasing your own business, and also just supporting Payson High School, because the proceeds go towards a DECA scholarship for our future entrepreneurs, and we want to do that.
And that's October 23rd?
That would be October 23rd.
And weather's going to be perfect for an outdoor event
That's
like that.
right.
So.
It was last year, and we just We're gonna go with what's historically been.
Gotta love it. Gotta
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Now, if there's folks listening that maybe have been thinking about getting involved in the chamber and would like to find out more, best bet is just to call down to the chamber.
Call to the chamber. You can contact me, Brenda at rimcountrychamber.com. Aaliyah or myself will answer that, or we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Sometimes calling the 4515 number, it goes through volunteers, or it goes, if we're not in, the chamber's not in upstairs, it goes to a voicemail, so it takes a little bit longer. So sometimes email or contacting the chamber cell phone number is your best option.
Easy enough. All right, and again, that the number down there at the chamber, 928-474-4515. Brenda, always a pleasure to have you in.
Thank you, Randy.
Keep us posted on everything going on. And obviously, tonight's town council meeting going to be rather pivotal as far as what we were talking about earlier. So lots to try and absorb before next month when you come in here and we do this again.
And the bottom line, everything's gonna be all right.
That's right. Someone should write a song like that.
I think so.
All right, Brenda, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in and listening. Have a lot of great tunes coming your way from the Kinks, Jimi Hendrix, James Taylor, Led Zeppelin, and more. But first, a quick look at Rim Country weather.
Morning's KRIM weather forecast for Mason and surrounding
See ya.
areas.